cyberbullying. So, first, let me ask you a question. How would you feel if your reputation was tarnished by people who were just bullying you around? You couldn't go online because people would constantly talk about you 24/7. And that would be what you're known from. Every time you went online, that's what you would be known from. I couldn't even imagine living that lifestyle or just being even just looked at that way. And I've seen people who lived that, and it had a very negative effect, and some ultimately died from it. So it's pretty serious. And this is why I'm against cyberbullying. The reasons why I'm against it: one, usually affects the person's self-esteem, and really it's just a sick joke based off aggression and things people wouldn't even say generally in person. So, and third, it takes lives. So, now you know my position, so let me explain what cyberbullying is in my perspective. So, cyberbullying is, once again, a sick joke based off of aggression, and this is something you might see. So, example, ultimately, there's different mediums for that, but ultimately, one is Facebook. Facebook, you might see a lot of it, whether you see pages, there's pages of it, you just might see a simple status saying, oh, I don't like this person. And the thing about Facebook and other mediums like Twitter or something is you can actually tag the person in. So this one is social networking. It's just really helped with cyberbullying, and we just need to stop that. So I'm going to throw a few statistics at you. 68% of teens agree that cyberbullying is a serious problem, according to InternetSafety101.org. And recent studies also say from Internet Study 101 that most cyberbullies, usually some of them, they just want to do it just to be with their friends. So that'd be example of that one. Just to cyberbully with their friends, gossip, whatever have you. Just to be mean. That's 14%, 11% just to show off, 16% just for something else, 21% just to embarrass them, or 28% just to be funny or entertaining. I don't say there's funny or entertaining about that because you can usually end up killing someone. And most of them, 58% said they believe to deserve it, and also another 58% say just to get back at someone. So it's several ways that it could be done. Like I said, there's multiple mediums. It's Twitter. There's a lot of people don't know, but it could be from text messaging. Some people can get it through text messaging or email. Maybe someone can phish into your account. Phishing is like a way for someone to just get into your information through your email, and then they can send you hate mail or something like that. Some people get that. So sometimes even a community people in a group can just talk about it. So it's Facebook and other social networks are pretty bad when it comes to cyberbullying. So how do you see potential in mediums? So let's see how it affects your self-esteem. So that's example 2. Self-esteem. So cyberbullying will take place in a home. Usually it does. So maybe you might see the status or whatever, and he's on at your house or wherever you are. So most parents don't even know about it, so you can't even turn to your parents about it. And most of this happens to young children, teenagers. So this would be really bad that you can't even go to your parents about it. So that's even worse. Most of the time, they wouldn't even want to tell about it because maybe it's something they did. Maybe it's of sexual nature or whatever have you, or something they're too embarrassed to talk about. So the internet, once again, it never leaves. No matter what you can do, like if it's a picture, it's going to stay there. If it's a status and you delete it, you never know if it's gone. You may not see it, but you never know. Maybe someone can repost it or forward it somewhere. So you never really know if it's gone or not. So it's really, it hurts more the person just from a simple status. You think it's not hurting them, but it's really hurting self-esteem. And ultimately you're going to see what it leads up to. So now you see how it affects the self-esteem. Let's move on and discuss what it ultimately does, and that's what takes place. So, show of hands. Anyone know the story of Amanda Todd? No one? Amanda Todd? You do? So, if you're not aware of the story of Amanda Todd, let me briefly tell you about that. She's a prime example of cyberbullying, and it unfortunately took her life. She was a 15-year-old girl from British Columbia, San Santiago, I believe. And I don't know what social network or whatever she was on, but a man convinced her, saying she's pretty, flattered her, and she flashed her breast to her. And the man, he took a picture of it, and that's what sparked the problem she had to deal with. So, with that, she had a picture of her, and that's pretty bad enough. So, at that point, he had an advantage over her. So he tried to blackmail her, asking for a show. And mind you, this is a grown man, 15-year-old. So just don't forget that. So he said, all right, I want more show, I want to see more, or I'll find your school and I'll show your classmates the picture. And she didn't want that. She still said no. And he did exactly what he said. She showed her friends, and it led to insults, being isolated from her friends. It ruined her image. Her image was tarnished. She moved around to several schools. And it eventually led to a life of drugs, sex, and several attempts of suicide. So, that's how she looks now. And she's really a pretty little girl. It's unnecessary that she had to lose her life from that. It's really unfortunate to see her lose her life. And so now you know what to do about it. So this is what you can do. I'm not asking you to go out or change anything. Really, I just want people to know how serious it is. There's no really pro cyberbullying because it takes lives. There's not really another side to it. It's either cyberbullying is just what it is. So it's I just ask you to, if anything, look at her video. Her video explains anything. It's 8 minutes. You see it on the news. You see it on YouTube, and it just explains how it affects lives and how it affected hers. She drank bleach. She cut herself. She did so much, and just from a simple picture, and it led on to her being fought by people. So, if anything, just look at her video, and it should explain cyberbullying.